Stellantis faces backlash over potential plan to assemble Chinese EVs in Brampton. Stellantis is facing intense scrutiny from Canadian lawmakers and labor leaders, following reports that the company may use its Brampton, Ontario, facility to assemble electric vehicles, EVs, for its Chinese partner Leapmotor. The controversy follows a period of instability for the automaker in Canada, including the closure of the Brampton plant and a subsequent reversal on commitments to manufacture the new Jeep Compass at the site. The latest reports suggest a pivot that critics argue undermines the very essence of domestic manufacturing. The IKEA model versus real manufacturing at the heart of the criticism is the method by which these vehicles would be produced. According to industry insiders, the Brampton site might not be used for true manufacturing, the process of creating components and assembling them from scratch, but rather for knockdown assembly. Flavio Volpe, president of the Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association, APMA, has compared this potential strategy to assembling IKEA furniture. These vehicles are completely manufactured in China with Chinese components, then partially disassembled and brought here to be reassembled by several hundred workers. Volpe told CTV News, "This distinction is vital for the Canadian economy. True automotive manufacturing is a massive industrial engine, high employment. A fully operational plant could employ between 10,000 and 12,000 people. Supply chain impact. Local manufacturing typically generates roughly $3 billion annually in purchases from Canadian parts suppliers. Economic value. In contrast, knockdown operations rely on imported kits, meaning the vast majority of the vehicle's value and the jobs associated with its components remain in China." Political and labor resistance. The proposed plan has met immediate resistance from high-ranking officials. Both Ontario Premier Doug Ford and Federal Industry Minister Melanie Joly have reportedly rejected the reported plans, signaling a lack of political appetite for a deal that prioritizes assembly over production. On the labor front, Unifor National President Lana Payne has demanded that Stellantis honor its previous promises to restore the Brampton plant to its original capacity. There is a growing concern among policymakers that if these knockdown kits are treated as domestic production, it could create a loophole that allows Chinese-made goods to bypass trade protections. Geopolitical and market implications. The situation is complicated by Stellantis' strategic relationship with Leapmotor. After acquiring a 20% stake in the Chinese firm in 2023, Stellantis has a vested interest in Leapmotor's global expansion. However, the company faces a significant strategic hurdle: the United States market. To successfully export vehicles from Canada into the US, they must meet strict regional content requirements. If the Brampton facility only assembles Chinese-made kits, the resulting vehicles may fail to qualify for duty-free access to the American market, rendering the entire operation economically questionable for North American distribution. Conclusion: Stellantis stands at a crossroads between utilizing its Canadian infrastructure for low-cost assembly of Chinese imports or investing in deep, localized manufacturing. The decision will ultimately determine whether the Brampton plant serves as a cornerstone for Canada's EV supply chain or merely a secondary assembly point for foreign-made goods.